We got to.
Hey guys, it's Bob from Olympusiron bringing you pull day today, featuring none only than Nick Wright. We warmed up with 135 to start off, but this is our first working set. This is 225. We chose sumo. I chose sumo because I'm a taller guy, so this really works out more for me. I feel like I can actually activate my back and my hamstrings better with this exercise than doing conventional deadlifts. And I always found that I was doing conventional deadlifts wrong. And you know, I can do a 225 conventional deadlift, 315 conventional deadlift, but I just can't. You know, I don't feel good about the form. And here, you know, I was staying a little ahead of myself. I should have drove more with my heels, but overall, I was happy with this. And you know, obviously rocking the Adonis belt from Bob's Belts. Such a great thick belt, broken in finally. So it was really helping me out, making sure that my posture was perfect. Chest was up, looking up, and just keeping that bar straight all the way up. Now this is Nick Wright pulling 315 and using an over-under grip, something that I don't usually do, but you will see in this video I actually took his advice and said, you know what, screw the straps today, and I'm going to try this over-under grip, because I was like, Nick, you're ripping 315 with no straps, admiring that grip strength. And he's like, dude, do over and under, and grip it and rip it. And I was like, all right, let's try it out. And I've never felt so good about my grip strength. I actually, in the set after this, we pull 405 no straps, and it's important when you're deadlifting that you want to feel comfortable. If you need to, I'm not saying that don't use straps at all. Like, if you need to use straps to make yourself feel comfortable, whatever makes the exercise more effective for you. Honestly, you don't want to be that guy that, like, you're sacrificing form because you wanna power your grip strength. You know, if you want to do that, drop the weight. Here's Nick Wright pulling the 405 for the first time ever since back from his injury. If you guys remember, he injured himself doing deadlifts not too long ago, and he's back in the gym pulling 405, squatting heavy. If you saw any of our leg day videos, you know, he's back. He recovered quick, and you know, obviously he didn't push himself here. He was he was catching himself on the legs. I tear my legs up like that. There's claw marks on my quads from getting that close. Surprisingly today, it wasn't really that close, and you know, I didn't get. Maybe it was the Abercrombie shorts. Maybe that was it. You know, power to the Abercrombies. But here's me finish off my set with 405. You know, using an over and under grip 4 for this. I mean, I've gotten more, but I was happy with it for the first time of me not using straps for 405. I was happy. Tomorrow's leg day, so we'll see how that goes. Now, Nick wanted to do something about body weights, and I was like, yeah, Nick, let's go about it. And you know, we did wide grip pull-ups in our last video. We chose close grip pull-ups in this one, and I'll tell you what, it was a good pump for my biceps, but I also felt it in my back as well. You see me here doing about 12 to 15 reps here. You don't want to shortchange yourself. One thing I disagree with on the push-pull routine is that they have underhand pull-ups, you know, 4 sets of 6 reps. I really don't feel like, you know, if you do body weight pull-ups, 6 reps just doesn't cut it. And here's our gym actually playing Jay Cutler's video before he was getting ready for the Olympia. That's how you know how your gym's hardcore, is when they're playing Jay Cutler videos in the background. You know, one set Nick was actually checking out the Jay Cutler video to give him motivation mid-set. If you see during his curls, he looks up, and that's the video he's looking at. This is a machine that I recently discovered last week, and not that I haven't done this in other gyms, but this is my first time, you know, first times using it in this gym, and this is a really good one. Very steep, such a good squeeze, such a good pump. Actually did it with Horace, who's Nick's dad, and he's a beast. And you know, we got a really good pump last week, so I decided, hey, Nick Wright, let's get on here and let's pump this. You know, I felt really good about myself today. You know, I'm a little burnt from being out in the sun during the weekend, but we got good squeezes on this. You know, 10 to 12 reps, and it was feeling good. We were moving right along with our back day, and just to hit rear delts, we decided to do some face pulls too. Nick still doesn't believe I'm natural from my rear delts. He looks at me and he goes, still questioning about that natural status with those rear delts. I just have overdeveloped rear delts. You know, you notice Nick's back it looks more cut up here, aka tan Nick. But I've always smashed them hard, and you know, being a martial artist, and my shoulders have always been a powerful part of my body, and always my back as well with all the punching. But you know, this is definitely one of my favorite exercises for rear delt. I know some people don't like it, some people can't get the groove in, but you know, people always ask me, do you put 1 foot back? Do you put 2 feet, you know, planted in front of you? You know, to me, I feel like 2 feet in front of me, leaning slightly back, that gives me the best squeeze, and pulling it to eye level, eye to forehead level, that gives me the best squeeze. You know, feel it out for yourself. You definitely want to be comfortable while you do it. This is one exercise I do not like to go low reps with. I feel like I get a better exercise with just doing the 12 to 15. You notice Nick Wright popping and locking before he did his curls. We're working on it, guys. We're working on it. You know, white man can dance. But he's cranking out the 25-pound plates on each side. Obviously, Nick's signature face is repping those out. It was a tough back day, so we're burnt at this point. But pushing yourself, that's what Olympusiron's all about. Oh, and of course he's got to finish it with his signature pose, though, that front double bi that's so famous. But I was actually looking at yourself on video. I'll tell you what, you get this little man syndrome when you look in the mirror when you're at the gym and you're like, you know, I need to work on this. And me and Nick were talking about this, and we're like, you know, when you look at yourself in the mirror compared to our friend group and to Nick Wright and to, you know, Nick P, and you know, I look at myself, I'm like, oh, I need work here, I need work here, work everywhere. And Nick's like, you know what, go out with a girl who really isn't in the fitness community and it doesn't really know too much, and I'll tell you what, you feel like a champion. And it goes to show you, maybe, you know, all my hard work is paying off, and you know, it's a good reality check. So all you guys out there that are thinking, you know, hey, I need work here, you know, be proud of your accomplishments too. Don't always put yourself down. There's being humble, but there's also being negative, and you want to be positive while you're lifting. That's going to do worlds for your confidence, and also worlds for your lifting too, because if you're confident with the weight, that's, you know, you're going to get a lot better squeeze and a lot better workout. We're doing rear delt here. Now, Nick Wright definitely was feeling these. We were getting a really good pump, and thought it was a good idea to throw in those rear delts, because we both agreed that we needed to smash the rear delts on our pull day. So we got a really good squeeze there. Then we decided to end with hammer curls, really working the length of the bicep, and not that Nick Wright needs it with those huge arms, but these are the 50s, and we're doing about 8 reps each arm. I'll tell you what, this is an exercise that never gets old for me, and it's a staple if you want to develop your bicep overall. I mean, people will stand there doing alternating dumbbell curls all day, but I'll tell you what, hammer curls, straight bar curls, that's where you start throwing some mass on your biceps and you start making the progress. Well, if you liked the video, comment, subscribe.